All right, greetings from across the pond here in the United States of America. This is Jayson Love here for the United Devils YouTube channel with a match reaction player video for the disheartening and frustrating 2-1 loss in the semifinals of the Europa League playoffs. A match that could have seen United take a chance for silverware going to a final in the Europa, but in the end, it's United bowing out, ending what is this roller coaster ride of a crazy season that saw them make Champions League, but ultimately go silverwareless for the entire campaign, which is very frustrating as a United supporter. So let's get right into it. The initial reaction is anger and frustration. It's the same old story, right, with Man United creating chance after chance after chance, and just the inability to bury those chances. United had opportunity after opportunity. It was Bonanno denying shots. It was posts. It was crossbars. It was just everything but the finish. It was wide of the net, side netting. It was just, again, incredibly frustrating. And that's kind of just how it's been for United. We had a wonderful run of form right after the project restart where we were burying chances, but it's like we, I guess made our deal with the devil to score all those goals at the expense of not scoring as the season ended, because pretty much the last few games it's just been like hell on earth trying to get a ball into the net for Man United. The one player who it hasn't been a hell on earth getting the ball in net for Man United is Bruno Fernandes from the spot. And you had to be feeling pretty good right off the bat in this game where Marcus Rashford made a nice challenge he made a nice move toward the goal and was challenged by Diego Carlos. As Rashford fended him off to get the pass away, he was badly tackled and actually needed medical attention, but stayed in the match. They awarded a penalty, which made United fans feel great right off the bat. 9th minute, Bruno Fernandes, and you kind of figure this was like a harbinger, right, for the game. You figure if Bruno, who's been just money from the spot, nails this goal, maybe it's our day, right? But if he stopped, you kind of figure, oh man, this is going to be another crazy day and another rough day for Man United. But he buries it. He does a little hop, a nice calm strike, and United had the 1-0 lead right off the bat, 9 minutes in, and you're thinking things are going to go pretty well. Then the 26th minute arrives, and it was a quick counter move and a pass found Luke de Jong kind of on the back post. Suso on the back post. Luke de Jong we'll get to later. And Suso just kind of buried the chance, and it was 1-1, and it's like, okay, here we go. This is going to be a battle. The second half, United really played well for a while. They were creating chances, just couldn't score, like I said. Tons of goal scorer, tons of people who could score goals. No one who's a goal scorer, a poacher, right? So it was chance after chance after chance, and you figured it was going to come back to bite them. You were hoping to maybe get to extra time and maybe get this thing to kicks, but it was just a poor marking job by Lindelof, who's been so good all year, but today not so much. The whole United defense really wasn't great. Luke de Jong, that was the goal from Luke de Jong. He went behind the defense. He lost Lindelof, who was right next to him, so I don't really know what happened there. But Lindelof looked confused. De Gea looked confused. Ball popped into the back of the net, and it was 2-1. And at that point, there's about 13 or 14 minutes left in the game. There was 6 minutes of time added on, so you kind of thought maybe with 6 minutes of time added on, maybe they'll score. But again, it was always hope against hope. It just never felt like it was going to happen. It actually seemed like it might have gone 1-1 at full time and then extra time before that goal from Sevilla. But once Sevilla went ahead, as a United supporter, your heart just sank. You just knew it wasn't going to be their day. I mean, Sevilla kind of played the match they wanted to play. They withstood the chances. They withstood the power and the barrage of United, and then hit them on counter moves. And the Sevilla side was just, honestly, United fans are going to walk away saying, hey, we were the better side, we lost. But to me, Sevilla was the better side. They took the chances. That's the bottom line. We didn't score from the run of play, which is a huge problem. The side needs a scorer. They need a goal scorer, a goal poacher, and they need someone else creative from the side. all of our attacks come mainly from the middle. And the only thing we have going from the side is occasionally Martial when he's in form, but today he just got dispossessed so many times. And the other is Wan-Bissaka, who, is really a defender. So he can do that, and he should be part of that attack. But we really need more in the box. You watch these top teams, like you watch Bayern Munich, even you watch City, who fell to Lyon, in the Champions League quarters. But just generally speaking, you look at these other teams, and their attack is just so much more diverse in the final third. United is just kind of one way, and if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it's a long day, and yesterday was a long day. So with that said, let's get into the player ratings. David De Gea, right off the bat, he didn't really have much to do. His defense was pretty porous. The two goals, hard to really fault him. I guess I'll give him a 6 because you can't really fault him for the goals. But again, you do want him to sometimes be a difference maker. A few games ago, he was a difference maker. Not so much today. Brandon Williams was good. I'm going to give him a 6 too. He was kind of solid in the game. But again, it's lacking that final product. He just, so many overhit balls, so many making moves, getting the team into position, then giving the ball away. But I thought he played pretty well, but just mistakes with his final product. Maguire was awful. I think he's just gassed. He's been played way too much since Project Restart. It's been game after game after game with no breaks. He even played in the quarters against Copenhagen, which I thought maybe he'd get a rest in that game. And he played in that second leg against Lask with the 5-0 lead. You just had to wonder. But he just looked not great today. He was shaky. He made a couple of good defensive plays, but really not good for Maguire. Gave the ball away a lot. Not good. Not good. Lindelof was very good most of the game until that last play. And it was just shocking. He completely lost his mark, who was right there. And it's De Jong, who's a good player, so it's like you should be aware where he is. And I'm going to give him a 4. I thought he was quite bad. Wan-Bissaka was a 5.5-ish, 6-ish. He was pretty good most of the match. Really gave them a chance. When he had the ball at the feet, he seemed to be into the attack, but not, ultimately, no one's going to get higher than a 6 today. I mean, because you lost, right? Fred was decent. He played well in the midfield. He did well to kind of bridge the gap between the defense and the offense. Some good interplay with Pogba. But ultimately, he's never going to score. So he's just like an half performance. So it's what you expect from him. So we'll give him a 6.5 because it was exactly what you expected. Bruno, you give him, I guess, a 6 or 7. I'll lean towards 7. He was pretty good in the match. He converted the penalty, which was huge. But he did well in recovery. I thought he played hard. But, again, you want that difference-making goal from him from a run of play, and it just didn't come. Maybe that's a little unfair, but you were hoping he would be the difference in the day, and he just wasn't. Pogba was good. A lot of good passing, as always. And, again, he played as you expect. So I'm going to give Pogba a 6.5 as well. Rashford was lively. He had moments. He earned the penalty, which is great. But ultimately, it's just not good enough. The guy needs to score, and he just didn't. So we're going to give him a 5. Martial made a good play on the through ball that got Rashford through for the penalty kick. But other than that, he was just pretty average. So again, 5.5 for him. Greenwood was awful. I mean, it's again, they're not going to kill the kid because he's been so good. But today, he really did nothing. He was not a factor, and he was subbed off eventually. 5 for him. As for the substitutes, they all came on late. Juan Mata, they brought him on. No rating for him. Tried to get him going. They threw another plan at the sink with Daniel James, threw him in the match, say, okay, let's try pace. He wasn't good enough. Not only enough of a rating, but no effect in the game. Late sub Mensa, another idea just thrown in there for Brandon Williams because Brandon Williams was gassed, no rating, not good, not bad. And then Agallo, I guess it was a last-ditch effort to try to get him on, to try to score after stoppage time. He was asked to hold the ball up in the box, and he just doesn't have the skill to do anything once he has the ball in that position. Never a threat. But again, he's only on 5 minutes. Tough to give him any kind of rating. And as for Ole, it's a silverwareless season ultimately. We got Champions League, which is nice. He'll have it all to do next year. Today was not a very good day for him. Not great with the tactics, not great with the subbing. And ultimately, it's a failure, so you got to give him a 5. So thank you for listening. Feel free to like, subscribe to our channel. I can be followed at Twitter at JAYSONL56. We can be followed at the United Devils. Comment, see if you agree, disagree, whatever. I'd be glad to talk to you about it. Glory, glory, Man United. Rough ending to what was a decent season, and hopefully there are better days ahead.